up, people? I am Bea, and welcome to I Am Bea's channel. If you guys are new, welcome to everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. I am doing good. I'm traveling right now, and I know that I should not be recording while driving, but messages keep popping up in my head, and I just need to get out there, okay? Listen, when people are in relationships and they're with someone who doesn't treat them well, you have to understand you cannot judge the person, because you got to remember the person doesn't even see their worth. They don't understand that that person doesn't value them. They think it's normal. So outsiders, people, they like to judge those who are in relationships that are unhealthy, and the way the person treats them and all this other stuff. But you can't judge because you're not in their shoes. You cannot judge because you don't understand what they're going through. You got to understand, I was in an unhealthy relationship for almost 6 years, okay? I seen the red flags, but I didn't see my worth. So I stayed in a relationship from the beginning when it wasn't healthy. I didn't value myself. I couldn't see my worth. I learned from my parents. I learned what I seen, and I thought it was normal to be in these kind of relationships. So you can't sit there and say and gossip about people, because first off, when you gossip about people, it's a sin and you're doing black magic. That right there, people don't even realize that when you talk negative about someone, that's black magic. So when you are in an unhealthy relationship, and if you're an outsider looking into that, the only thing you can do is support them, but they're not going to listen until they drop down, until they are broken completely, for them to start rising up, for them to start seeing. Talk about your relationship that you've had with people that were unhealthy, to help them realize, hey, you're worthy. You don't belong in this relationship. There's someone out there who can value you so much more. Sometimes you have to let people fall all the way down for them to start rising back up. Stop rescuing people who are not willing to look at what they're going through to finally say enough is enough for them to leave. You have to let people fall all the way down for them to learn their lesson, for them to have their awakening. When we go through our spiritual awakening, we have to fall all the way down. Mind you, I have not even spoke about my relationship with anyone until I finally, until somebody was like, hey, I'm in a situation and blah, blah, blah. And I was able to relate to them. And then I was just like, this isn't normal. This cycle is not normal. It's time to break out of it. So then that's when I started speaking about these things and started really, really looking at all the red flags and understanding, holy crap, this person did me so wrong from the get-go, and I stayed. All the red flags were in front of me, but I ignored it. And I chose to ignore some of it. It was exhausting. But you cannot judge someone if you haven't been in their shoes, if you haven't walked with what they've been through. You don't know why they do what they do. You have to understand, we learn from our parents, and we take on to that. We have to reprogram our mind to break out of that cycle and to make our own path, because you can make your own path. You don't have to follow your parents' footsteps. You don't have to follow what everyone else is telling you what to do. You don't have to take everyone's advice. You got to do a lot of inner work and find your self-worth and love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how do you expect someone else to love you too? And if you do find someone that loves you unconditionally when you're having a hard time to love yourself, take advantage of that. And I'm saying that in a good way, because there's not a lot of us out here who's willing to take steps, who's willing to step into someone else's, wounds and traumas and stuff like that. There's people who are willing to walk with you to help you get through it, because we know what it's like to walk through it alone. We know what it's like to go through this journey alone, and it's painful and it's scary and it sucks. But we didn't give up, because if we gave up, we wouldn't be the strong person that we are today. So Be patient with those who are going through it. Be patient and let them fall all the way down. Stop rescuing them because they need to rescue themselves. Just like I had to rescue myself. I had to save myself. Even though I was at my breaking point, I fell completely all the way down in the hole. And I had to climb out of there. I had to do that myself. No one else did it for me but me. People knew my situation and they still hurt me. But I was blind still. I wasn't awake. I was still sleeping. I was allowing people to still hurt me, to manipulate me and take advantage of me and to use me for their benefit. People were stealing my love that didn't belong to them. And that's when I said enough is enough. I need to start pouring into my cup. Ain't nobody pouring into my cup. Ain't nobody loving me. Ain't nobody appreciating me. And baby, when I was rising and I was showing people I didn't need them, oh, they got scared. They got real scared because I wasn't. I needed myself more than I needed anybody else, man. You need you more than you need anybody else. I was so focused trying to get love elsewhere when I had love inside me all along. People love differently. And as a young child, there's some who wants affectionate, who wants your touch. There's some who want things. And then you got people who are vocal. You got people, there's so many different ways that people show love. And all I wanted was my parents to hug me and love me and tell me that they love me. They couldn't even love themselves. How can they offer me love when they couldn't love themselves? How can I have a connection with them when they don't even have the connection with themselves? And that's why I've been doing a lot of inner work. I've been doing a lot of, self-love, healing. Because not only am I healing myself, but I'm healing my family. I'm healing my twin flame. I'm healing, my generations ahead of me. I'm healing my ancestors. I'm healing myself for my family too. I'm not just doing it for myself. I ain't putting in the work in myself just to be selfish. People are so quick to jump into relationships after they get out of relationships. Stop doing that. And start working on yourself, man. Like, you're gonna keep hurting other people, and then those people are gonna it's a cycle with everyone. Cut it out. Break out of that. You gotta understand. You got to understand that you gotta put in the work in yourself so you can heal you and your family and your twin flame, and so that you can spread love. Because we are here to spread love. We're not here to spread hate. We're not here to spread hate. We're not here to spread hate. We're here to spread love. We're here to find ourselves, to learn who we are, like our authentic self. Stop wearing this mask. If you're hurting, then hurt. It's okay to be in pain. It's okay to feel your emotions. Because we're not here to bottle up our emotions. Like, our soul is crying out to release this so we can be truly happy. We can live a heaven life. That voice, that negativity that talks in the back of your head, those are not your voice. Those voices, that's not your voice. Your voice is the one who is pure and lovely and kind and just like, we are love. We are love. Do you understand that? There's so many hateful people in this world. There's so many people gossiping. There's so many people who say negative, mean things to each other. Stop doing that. Because we are more than all this negative energy. We are more than what the government is telling us we are. We are more than what our parents tell us. We are more than what people try to tell us who to be. We are way more than that. The only person that can tell you who you are is yourself. That's the only person who can tell you who you are. is yourself, your soul. Your soul speaks to you every day. Do you listen to the signs that are coming? Are you listening to the sign that's coming up? Are you listening to things that call out to you? You know, like when you're walking and you hear conversations and you don't hear the entire conversation, but there's like a couple words that you hear. Listen to that, because that's a message. That's a message to you. It's time for us to be our true self. It's time for us to stop holding in what doesn't belong to us, man. Like, yeah, feel your emotions. If you're angry, feel it. Feel it. Complete that little cycle that you need to complete, so you can get to where you need to be, so you can get to where you're meant to be at. I got people telling me who I should be and who I shouldn't be. I don't listen. I listen to what I'm telling myself. Like when you get out of that negative relationship and you start working on you, you become more of yourself, because you don't got someone telling you who you should and shouldn't be. And when you get with someone who is meant to be with you, because there's someone out there that's willing to give you your all. There's someone out there who's willing to help you get through your traumas. Because you got to understand, when you get in a relationship, wounds starts to rise up, and then people get scared to feel those emotions, and then they run. Stop running. Because when you get with someone, those wounds were meant to come up. Those wounds were meant to rise, because you have someone who's willing to be there for you, to help you get through that. But only you can heal your wounds. Only you can heal your traumas. When you got someone there, let them be there. Stop getting scared of, because yeah, your wounds, you know, when you have hidden wounds that rise up, they are more painful than when you feel in that exact moment. Do you know why? Because you had that hidden for a very long time. Let them wounds rise up. Release it. Let it out. If you're angry, feel those anger. If you feel sad, feel it. Feel those sadness. Feel the sadness. Feel whatever you feel that you need to get rid of. Because that's not meant to stay in you. That's not meant to stay in you. Man, like, if you need to go talk crap, go to the bathroom, go take a drive, talk crap. Say what you need to say. Because when you let go of those words, you set yourself free. You set yourself completely free. But are you willing to do that? Because time does not heal unless you don't put in the work. You must put in the work in order for it to heal. Whew. That was a very powerful message, man. And I feel like I'm not done. It's time to get to work. Stop wasting time. Stop partying. Stop drinking. Stop doing drugs. Because what you're doing is you're numbing the pain. Stop numbing the pain and feel it. Stop being so scared. Just feel the emotion, man. Like, just feel it. So you can be your authentic self. So you can be your real self. Stop being scared. And I know that our parents tell us, like young kids, when we're young, to stop crying, or they're gonna make us, you know, cry even more, or give us something to cry about. They didn't know. They didn't know why you were crying, because they didn't want to hear you cry. But they should have let you cry. They should have let you feel your emotions, so that you don't have to bottle it up. Because when we're kids, we bottle up our emotions, man. I remember I was crying for my dad, and my mom's husband whooped me because I was missing my dad, because I was crying for him. I couldn't even express my feelings because it was annoying someone. Don't let anyone take you away from you, because that happened to me. I let people take me away from me multiple times. I was too busy trying to impress other people instead of really doing what I wanted to do. Spending money on other people that didn't even deserve my time or my money. but it's okay. I did what I did because I just got to a point where if people need something, I do it out of kindness. Alright, you guys have a good one. Until next time.
Trying to get more than just a little. Trying to run it up my